Hey guys, CommentLurker here, and welcome to Let's Play Caves of Qud. This is not my first Let's Play of Caves of Qud, but my first one has terrible audio issues. So we're gonna pretend this is new. So, we could go through all this stuff, and look at all this stuff, and I could explain everything, but no. Instead, we're gonna use a preset character, and he is gonna be called Sad because he's a throwaway character. We don't really care because if he doesn't die, we're going to ban him and get another one so I could show a little bit more detail about the game. Right now, we're just trying to get a taste of it and see if it's worth learning more about. So, right now, I'm just going to set some hotkeys that don't make sense. None of my setup makes sense. Who cares? Okay, so this is an ASCII art game, meaning that instead of having pretty graphics, it has stupid things like this. This is our guy, or an @ symbol, and we can run around like an idiot. These things that look important, that are flashing, those are torch posts, they're not important. Most of these letters are going to be various units or characters. So this guy, for instance, this guy right over here is Mehmet. He's some guy. We can talk to him, let's see what he says. Live and drink, friend. May you find Jade in Joppa. What can you tell me about Joppa? You would be wise to speak with Elder Erudad. Look for his hut to the north. I am in search of work. Turns out something's been eating all of our stuff. Go to Red Rock and kill it. I will do that. So, that's the gist of what he said. I didn't actually bother reading what he said for real. And, ooh, we failed to harvest anything. That's a good sign for this one. And by good sign, I mean terrible sign. We were trying to harvest some vine wafers. In the game, there's a hunger system, so if you don't eat or you don't drink, then you're going to die. Right now, we're quenched and sated, so we don't really have to worry about it yet. Well, this we weren't able to harvest, so let's see if we could harvest the next one. So we'll just nope. This game works on a stupid harvesting system. It takes last time that you've harvested to see if you can harvest again, not any plant maturity stuff. So let's start off by stealing some things. We're going to be good and bad. We're going to be helping them get rid of that thief that ate their water vine, and we're also going to be stealing all their stuff. That's part of our payment as a hero. We get to go into places and steal random things. So I'm not even looking at what I'm stealing. One thing though is I am closing the doors. That way nobody can see me stealing. If somebody does see me stealing, then they'll come over to me and try to kill me. So, let's show off the first of our special abilities. Precognition. Probably the best one, considering that you could use it for so much luck abuse, so many places. So, what's precognition? Precognition lets you see into what'll happen if you do something, and if you're satisfied with it, then you get to have that be the result. In other words, it makes a save file. You get to do things, and if you don't like what happens, you can go back to the load the save file, and it'll be like whatever happened didn't happen. So let's try to use that for one of its many uses, showing off stupid things you should never do. Let's open this while the door's open. Ooh, there's a small sparkling tube, probably useless. And look at this guy. He's hostile towards us. Ow! Okay, let's just kill him. Precognition is about to run out. Would you like to return to your vision? Start. Yes. So, now it's like that never happened, because that did never happen. That's how it would have happened. That's the mentality of precognition. So, let's just close that door, and yep, same stuff was in there. Precognition has a lot more uses, like when we tried to harvest some vine wafers. One thing that you could do with precognition at the beginning of the game is use it right before harvesting, so that if you do fail to harvest it, which most of the time you don't, you can just load the precognition, save, and then try again. So here is our little trader guy, Tam. He, in older versions, would be equipped with some pretty nice stuff, which you could later on steal from him. But now he just gets a walking stick and stuff. So he also has a glittering tube. I should actually see what that is. What is this stuff? This small glittering tube is an artifact. Artifacts always come unidentified. Well, not always. I mean, Some characters start out knowing what some artifacts are. Artifacts are things from back before the mutant apocalypse. By the way, we're a mutant. So, let's see. Oh, we broke it. Sometimes that happens. That's another use for precognition, but breaking things has a pretty small chance of happening, so I wouldn't really use it all that much for that particular reason. Let's see. So here's all of his trade stock, and he has pretty much nothing useful. We'll go more into how the trading system works later, but right now it's boring, so we're not going to consider it. Still can't harvest. Got our quest. Let's get another quest. How exciting, the game actually gives you 2 quests at the beginning. Mumble, mumble, I'm Argive! Give me some knickknacks. By knickknacks, he means artifacts. He says they're everywhere, just get it. So, we're gonna go get it for him. What do we have? We have that thing that's broken. Let's not give it to him yet. Instead, let's do the thing that I do every time when I first start a new character. Run down south towards the swampland. And immediately we run into why I like the swampland so much at the beginning. Whoa, come back here, eye. This eye is a special eye. It is a giant dragonfly. This is a glow pad, we don't want it to go near it. But this dragonfly is particularly useful. We're going to show off the next of our abilities, Dominate Creature. The coolest ability and my personal favorite. It allows you to control enemies. This is one of those games that lets you do that. One of the many, many games that lets you do that. So giant dragonflies are easy to possess, plus they get to fly. We'll see why that's important later. So, of course, now that we've possessed this dragonfly, what else will we do? We'll obviously make it rob for us. That's what you do with dragonflies. So it's going to open this chest with its strong dragonfly arms, and now Argive is mad. There's no way to loot these chests without Argive seeing whoever the robber is and getting mad at whoever the robber is. So let's just open all these up. Take the stuff. He's not going to bother to put it back. And let's see, is Argive going to attack us? No, he's not. This is because he only has normal melee attacks, and we are flying. So he swats at us, whatever, and we are flying, so we don't care. Most of the guys here are going to be like that. So, as a flying enemy character, we're also able to go to the world map even if hostiles are chasing us, like Argive, which is why I choose to do this. So, we go all the way to the center instead of having to walk, and Argive doesn't go too much out of his house. Let's loot from this chest, which is also always guarded, and we're going to go down one more time, and this time, somebody's actually going to have something that can affect us. It is confusion. That one blue guy at the beginning, we can't see him because he's too far away, has the ability confusion. This is essentially what confusion does. It makes it so that you don't know what any of your items are, and the map looks crazy. So, let's just drop this stuff. We're going to drop our Hummer, our Chiwitakal, our Humitu, our Yeah, we're just gonna drop it all. We have 2 Rumakal. We'll figure out what those things are later. So, because we're nice guys, and this dragonfly really helped us by becoming a criminal, we're going to let it free, just somewhere randomly in the wild. We're going to break our domination, and we can probably harvest. So let's take advantage of a glitch in this game. This is a double water vine. If you notice, when I walked on it, this little thingamajig said water vine, comma, water vine, meaning there are 2 water vines on top of each other. So, when we try to harvest them, we actually get to harvest both of them. So, that's one glitch. There are also triple water vines, a little bit more rare. So yeah, here's another double water vine. Double water vines are pretty common, but I have run into triple water vines. So let's see what we got. Apparently we didn't get any other artifacts. I'm surprised. We didn't even get a weird artifact. Yeah. Well, then I can't go over weird artifacts yet. That kind of sucks. So, none of these weapons are particularly interesting to me. So I'm surprised, but we're actually going to go through this game starting at level 1. Actually, no. I'm going to spend money to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's harvest a bit more. We are going to go to our friend here, and we're going to buy, this is, oh, a small box. That's expensive and useless. I was hoping that because it was useless it wouldn't be expensive, but obviously it's pretty expensive. So let's do a little bit into this trading system. The trading system uses drams. Drams is a unit of water. In this post-apocalyptic world, water has become the currency, which is obvious because, you know, water is so available. Everybody has it, so what better thing to use as currency than water? It's not like there's anything better to use in its place, like all this stuff I'm selling, or all the beaded bracelets that are going to come later on. So we're just going to get 29.82 drams of water, trade that for this other thing, and this is actually a fairly even trade. We'll go a little bit more into these point drams later, but right now we're going to pretend that you guys understand it, and we're going to offer it, and he's going to give us an extra 6 drams. That's nice. So we traded a bunch of things we stole, and we got nice things from it. So let's examine what is this glittering tube that we broke last time. It's a speed booster auto-injector. It is a useless thing, essentially. The weird artifact over there was probably a grenade, judging by its price. Grenades are the other common weird artifact, and we got 4 hit points at level 2 and a bunch of other things. So 4 hit points isn't so bad. Notice how 4 hit points is a good chunk of our HP, though. Yeah, I was talking about something. Yes, grenades. Grenades aren't so useful in my setup, but in other setups they may be more useful. So, I don't know what to say about that. I tend to collect grenades so I can break them into, tinkering bits and make better things out of them, but I'm spoiling things that aren't going to happen with this character because he's not going to get that far. So we're going to actually go 1 map square and then go back down just so we can... Ooh, we got another dragonfly map here. We're going to harvest another double vine wafer and come over here. So let's hope there are no monkeys here. It seems like there are monkeys sometimes, but not today, considering that there's nothing throwing small stones. There are also goats here, but goats are pretty nice guys. Goats might actually help you if something annoys the goat. The goat will actually fight it, and chances are whatever's annoying it is your enemy. So goats are, in a way, kind of nice. So we want to go over here. We were fortunate that we were able to get level 2 before actually exploring the majority of the map. And why is there no stairs? There's supposed to be a staircase here. Well, this is odd. I've never had this before. I probably just missed it and I'm an idiot. Look around a bit more. Maybe I'm in the wrong map area. No, I'm in the right map area. This is Red Rock, the place that's red and north of Joppa. And there is not a single staircase that I can see. And I have this set up so that whenever there's a staircase, it'll show up in pink, as you guys probably saw earlier. So this seems like a glitch, though it may be totally my fault. I'm not sure. Let me make sure. Oh, nope, here it is. It was just a little hidden alcove here. You had to check all the walls to make sure there's nothing like that. Usually there's nothing like that, though, which is why it surprised me. So here is our first real enemy, Snapjaw. Scavengers are the weakest of them, and Snapjaws are just the generic enemy of this area, this first part of the game. So they are a little filling. Nice thing about killing things is you could eat their corpses, but Snapjaws aren't really so filling. They, if you eat enough of them, you're gonna get full, and chances are if you're going through a dungeon like this, you are gonna get full off of Snapjaws if you try to.